All right, we are here today to show you the updates on the luxury PreRunner, right?
Which one?
It's been a while, but the one we want to show them the progress.
This one. Okay.
Right? Like, it's come a long way. If you look at the last couple videos, wait a minute. No, it hasn't. It's gone backwards. That's because we now have 3 of them going.
Yes, it's quite the process to build a luxury PreRunner because we've touched on this before. It is a trophy truck with a very slim piece of a cab on top.
We're going to show you through that process. Yeah, my leg, I shattered my heel in 3 different spots. Snow Summit Bike Park. Nice left hip, worked it right, put the foot down, and that was the end of that. I didn't even fall, just put the foot down and snapped it. So we're 5 weeks in, and we got another 8 to 9, they say. Apparently the heel is a difficult one, but enough about that. Back to the PreRunners.
So come check out this cab here. This is one of the first stages of a luxury PreRunner, where this is the cab of an F-150. This is just a Ford F-150, and we are going to be trimming it and cutting it up. You'll see in a second here. Basically take out the firewall, the whole floor, the rear firewall, and all of this stuff goes away. Basically just use the door seals, so we get a seal, and we use the doors, the windshield, the rear.
I think the biggest question we get when we start one of these is, what do you start with? Do you start with the Chevy Silverado, an F-150? And we've said this before, but we reiterate it because so many people are always asking, like, what did it start with? I mean, we'll go to the next truck and show you. There is not much left of an F-150. This is where, it is a space frame. It is a Brenthel Industries trophy truck, space frame, with a very, very small amount of a cab.
As you can see here.
From that one to...
Yeah. So this is the next stage of the truck. Floor is gone, front firewall is gone, rear firewall. A full 2-range trophy truck underneath. It's extended and it's adapted to fit the extended cab on the front. These chassis are built on our trophy truck frames, fixture tables, where all of our trophy trucks are built, and these are actually based off of our Gen 3.5 trophy trucks. Front geometry, rear geometry, a lot of the same components share with them.
I think one of the most unique things about our luxury PreRunner is we did intend and build them to bolt to the factory hardware, right? So Jordan can show you around. It's a little harder for me to move around on where those spots are. All designed in CAD, obviously.
So because the more modern cabs are not steel, they're now aluminum and some other alloys, you can't quite weld them to the chassis like everyone used to do back in the day. You take a steel cab, you weld it to a steel tube. It doesn't quite work anymore because they're not the same materials. So you have to get a little bit more creative using bolts and fixtures to bolt on to the frame in multiple areas. So these cabs technically bolt on to the steel frame, and then through there we add some other pieces.
Although they do bolt on, there is still a significant amount of sealing that goes on. Right. So if you wrecked one, yes, you would have a lot of work involved. Just less work than most would when they don't have to grind half the cab off of a welded chassis, right? It is bolted on, but then of course, like you're getting to, there's foam, there's sealant, there's Line-X.
Yeah, we use some aircraft techniques, bonding and riveting, some OE foam.
Way cooler than mine, like aircraft techniques rather than like stuff we put in there, like foam.
Yeah, this is the next step. So as you can see here, we've got that one that we'll be building soon. That'll be going on the chassis table next. This one just came off. And
I think the biggest thing that I'd like to go from there is our last one took 3.5, 4 years, right? Engineering it, which is way too long. You know, we get a trophy truck done here in 3 to 4 months. We're doing 10 to 15 of them a year. We now have the process dialed in on the luxury PreRunner to get the one right there figured out and look like this. Took us 7 months. This truck here took under 30 days. So obviously the process has significantly improved. We've got it dialed in and kind of excited to move forward.
Absolutely. Everything that comes out of our shop, we've said it before, we'll say it again. Every product that comes out of here is always designed in CAD. We have a full engineering design team. We have scanning, 3D printing, CNC shop, laser cutting. We have all the technology to do everything. And when you do it that way, it takes time. and you dial it in. Sometimes you do it more than once, especially on the first one, to make sure it's exactly how we want it. Because the future vehicles, we want them efficient, fast, and the highest quality.
Jordan leads the engineering and design team, and with Fox taking care of most of Baja kits these days, helped a significant amount. So he can actually spend the proper amount of time with our design team and keep things moving forward, right? Because if he's not there to manage it as much, it helps. So that was another big part of it.
We have a great team. Everyone has their part, and we all spread the load to make sure everyone does what they're best.
I haven't had to do anything in years. I don't know what you're talking
really? A lot of decisions there.
I just sit up on a couch with my Lego.
These days.
I have not even done that.
I was just going to say, he was at the doctor yesterday, Dr. Alexander, and he said quite the opposite. He needs to rest that foot. So.
It's all right. It'll heal up eventually. Just a little longer than normal, maybe.
So this is the current truck. Now, just looking back down the line, we have just a cab. We have the chassis with a cab getting started to be put on top. And then we have a truck that is a full roller and on its way to full completion. It'll be done very soon.
This truck will be done in the next 30 days.
Yes.
Motor's going in tomorrow. Wiring harness being installed right now. Most of the outside services, we don't do Line X in-house, have been completed. And next up is really throwing in the engine. Hopefully we don't throw it in. Hopefully they gently place it in. And after that, a lot of interior. The interior is pretty trick. This customer went all out. We're excited to show with you guys.
Absolutely. So the first thing you'll notice here is it looks like it's sitting a little higher than normal. It is. That's because there's a lot less weight in it, but we have all of our springs here. So you're missing about 700 pounds of fuel in the back, about 400 pounds in spare tires in the back, an engine or transmission, a lot of coolers and fluids. So if you notice it's sitting higher, it absolutely is right now.
There is more wiring on this truck than I have ever seen on a truck in my life. It's out of control between the door locks, the windows, these guys added a ton of stuff to this truck though.
Every bell and whistle you could think of, and then some.
It's like full set of headlights, full set of rigid adapt lights, then a full set of, I don't know, there's a million different lights going on this thing. So it's pretty trick. Absolutely. You'll see them all.
One of the things that you'll see here, while it is based off our trophy truck chassis, there's a few things, of course, that we did have to adjust because the cab is a big part of what this truck is. Radiators up front. We have 3 massive fans that are going to cool this down. We have the AC, as well as the oil coolers, AC condenser, power steering cooler, everything is up front.
Supercharger.
A supercharger.
This truck's got a supercharger, so It's got nearly 1,000 horsepower LS supercharged. So that was another bunch of stuff we had to add to the truck, obviously, to make that work.
Specifically in a luxury PreRunner, anytime you add a cab on top, it's harder to fit anything in, right? There's less space. So a supercharger is taller. That was another challenge, but that's all about the design process and figuring out.
Took the supercharger off because it couldn't fit it. That was it.
No,
customer didn't mind.
Although that would have been the easy route. We made it fit with the supercharger, getting it into the truck with the cab on still.
A big block could fit, but for this application, we actually thought the supercharger was the best bet. But it does fit a big block as well.
Absolutely. If you come over here, you'll check out the cab. There are many processes to the cab and what we're doing. We're doing a few unique things on how we seal the panels and cabs, a little different than what the industry generally does. That's something we've always done. We've always found different routes and techniques to making things work, and not necessarily how the industry's always done it, because we like trying new stuff. But in this case, we have welded in panels that are fully sealed, and then we Line-X'd it. It'll also be getting Dynamat and full interior throughout the entire truck, which is the other panels are being done right now.
It's kind of sad for some of the fabricators, right? Because they do an unbelievable job at welding. I'll show you some of those double pass welds. It's gorgeous. And then they get covered up with the Line-X and all this other stuff. But we know what's underneath there, so we're still proud.
Yeah, this particular truck, another bell and whistle. It has a third seat in the back. So you get to have a third seat snuck back there behind the 2 shock mounts, and then it also has an actuating tilt steering wheel that'll come back and forth as you're driving along.
This customer build changed a couple times during the build, and we've got some new ways of implementing how we do changes to the dash. That's actually been really fun. You've done a great job, the team, of coming up with these really bitchin' 3D printed parts that get all covered in fabric afterwards and look like a supercar at the end of the day. So, like a proper exotic. It's pretty insane.
Some of these vehicles, requirements we need, they just need customization, right? Customers want a certain display or a dash, and rather than just popping a hole in a fiberglass panel and sticking it in there, having the proper bezel that really looks finished, so you have a really, really high-end vehicle.
This truck will have electric over hydraulic jacks. This truck will have paddle shifters. This truck had a first. The customer had a request of doing an actuated steering wheel that actually went up and down. So that's a pretty impressive one. That's a new one for us.
Absolutely.
We had quite a few new ideas on this one that were super cool and fun to have a challenge and get it knocked out.
Including something really, really trick that we don't really see in the race industry in desert racing, but we do see in Dakar, is a CITIS system, or central tire inflation. That is not on the vehicle at the moment, but it is in development. We are very close, and it's pretty exciting. It took some innovation to actually get air from a compressor, which actually happens to be right here, through a system, through a pneumatic manifold, all the way down out to the tire. So basically, from in the cab, you have a touch screen, and you can inflate or deflate the tires while driving, going through different terrain. If you want to air down for a silt bed or sand, you hit a button to your desired pressure, it deflates the tires, and as soon as you're out of that, maybe on a graded road going down Baja all the way to the peninsula, you want more tire pressure or a rocky area, you push a button and it pumps them right back up.
So if you get like a rock or a twig in your tire, can this actually patch them and plug them for you?
Not yet.
Okay, I was just curious.
We're working on it. Always working on it.
Stage 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aside from that, if you look down here, you'll see our beautiful billet trailing arms. That is an identical part to our trophy truck. So, we all have all different types of clients for these vehicles. Some guys are going to use these for recreation, going down to Baja, just having fun, maybe just taking them, for family trips. And then a lot of guys are using them for actual pre-running. When you're pre-running and you have a Brenthel Industries trophy truck, you automatically have spare parts from this on race day, or vice versa. As long as you have spares for your race truck, you generally have spares on this. The same rear end, the same trailing arms, shocks, upper control arms, lower control arms, uprights, and many other components.
That's absolutely true, but we've actually been getting quite a few requests to just have these at Monterey Car Week, that kind of a thing, right? Where they're going over to Florida to go to the beach and have the best, most luxurious trophy truck anyone's ever seen.
Absolutely. A really cool feature of this truck we've mentioned before in other videos, but that was a long time ago. When we first designed these, we thought it was really, really important that when you're driving something, if you are pre-running for a race, you have something that feels as similar to your race truck as possible. And our seat mounts, in relation to our steering wheel and the pedals, that whole feel right there is identical to the race truck. So that's super important. It was important to us. When you sit in there, you want to be able to grab the wheel, sit in the seat, and wherever your feet land, feel just like your race truck, and that's exactly what it does. In the back, similar to a race truck, we have 100 gallons of fuel.
Identical?
Identical fuel tank to the race truck.
Starlink mount mini up top. That one's pretty trick. It's got a third brake light that holds 2 antennas, and then a Starlink mini.
Absolutely, you will have Wi-Fi anywhere on the planet.
As long as you're not underneath the parking garage.
Come on, we're out in the desert or somewhere. Yes, so that's pretty cool. We've also done some different modular things where, even though these are spare tire mounts, we've added some different features to put either extra fuel if you're going pre-running or just an adventure all the way down the peninsula and you don't have a chase truck or someone to support you. You can fill these up with fuel tanks back here, or coolers, or obviously spare tires, but we made provisions to kind of be able to do anything as modular as possible.
The truck also has winches front and rear, and we have had a request for an all-wheel drive luxury PreRunner, so there's nothing on the books yet, but that could be in the works soon.
You see 3 trucks being built here, that could be number 4.
All right, well, stay tuned, because I think the next time that we do one of these, we're gonna have a running truck.
Absolutely. This will be finished, and while we're doing that, we'll probably pop in on the other trucks and give you an update there.
All right, stay tuned.